Why some women can climax easily and multiple times in a row, while others can't at all or once in a blue moon. Did you know that more than 10% of women have never had an orgasm, and a whopping 43% of women have trouble climaxing during intercourse? Well, if you find yourself in this situation, you came to the right place. Or even if you have a friend whom you care about, do her a favor and pass her this video, because I'm about to reveal a simple method that not only can help you reach orgasm easily, but it will improve your health, your self-esteem, and you'll relieve all the stress accumulated for such a long time. And I'm not talking about self-pleasuring or sex toys whatsoever. I'm talking about real, powerful, mind-blowing internal orgasms during intercourse with your lover. I really can't be more specific than that. And don't be shy. Orgasms are as much a part of women's health as dental floss, but a lot more fun. You can stop feeling guilty, ashamed, or worried about problems. It's not your fault, and you were not built this way. Trust me when I say this. All women can climax. And on top of that, if you have a lover, you'll make him the happiest man on earth. 'Cause nothing, but absolutely nothing, will make your man any prouder and loftier than satisfying his woman. You can truly become the apple of his eye, and you'll finally receive the love that you deserve. My name is Ashley Collins, and I had my first orgasm in my late 30s. I don't even know how to begin this. It's a little embarrassing. It all started when I was 19 with my first boyfriend. He was 5 years older than me. We were in love, and we got along very well. He was pretty popular and experienced, but we had been together 3 years and a half, and although I felt very good when we made love, there wasn't that madness feeling that makes you want to climb the walls. I wasn't even close to climaxing. It's true that there were times when I felt like something's about to happen, but those moments faded in nanoseconds. At the same time, he was feeling bad about it. I think it was a male pride thing. We tried long foreplays, favorable positions, aphrodisiacs, massaging, and nothing happened. At some point, I was even afraid that this could seriously affect our relationship. It felt weird most of the times, just sitting there waiting for something to happen. If a man's on top of you seconds away from coming, it feels weird just to lay there with a blank face, like you're reading a copy of a popular magazine on the ceiling. So I admit, I faked it quite a few times. I also felt kind of awkward and jealous when I was talking with my friends, especially Susan. She always brought things into discussion like how great she feels and how the night before she came 3 times and how wonderful and satisfied she is now, how she found the perfect guy. And by age 25, I had also met my Mr. Perfect, and God knows he tried everything to make me reach that moment. He was thoughtful, tender, and really skillful. He did his best. No need to say that most women in my place would have been physically very lucky. But don't get me wrong, I loved my husband in bed even before reaching my first orgasm. I mean, I felt pleasure from sex, but it's not even close to how our sex life has changed since I reached my first orgasm with him. Sex without that moment is like a journey without a destination. You're just roaming around, waiting for something to happen. I don't want to brag about it, but since I've reached my first orgasm, it's like I rediscovered myself, the purpose of love, and what it truly means to be a woman. On top of that, I felt in love with my husband for the second time. I just can't stop seeing him as my lover rather than a good friend, as I used to during most of our marriage. It's hard to come to the realization that your main focus during sex should not be putting the guy at ease and making him feel like he did a good job. Instead, try to imagine how good it would feel for both of you to climax at the same time, to really share that moment. The problem is with us women is that nobody tells us how to feel, how to reach orgasms every time we make love. The gynecologist can't help you. Your lover can't help you, the magazines can't help you, and neither your friends. Today you will learn this new method that can totally change your sex life without much effort, without pills or drugs, without tricks or learning new positions that won't work anyway, without a strict program, without spending much money, and without sweating whatsoever. It doesn't matter if you're young, old, or if you've tried all the positions and the ingredients with your lover. It has nothing to do with that. It's never too late to try the right formula that helped thousands of women out there. It will work for you too. But to understand this method, you have to understand in the first place what is actually happening with you. Why some women can climax very easily and multiple times in a row, while others can't at all or once in a blue moon. Well, the answer is very simple. The G-spot is tied to the pelvic nerve. The pelvic nerve, in turn, has many body connections with other nerves in the whole body. This is why the orgasm pleasure is felt throughout the whole body. Stimulating the pelvic nerve, namely the G-spot, will induce a full-body, mind-blowing sensation we call orgasm. But while some women have a strong and protuberant pelvic nerve, for others it is less athletic and more concave. This was also my case, so don't feel bad about it. More so, it's not something irreversible. Just like every muscle and most nerves in our body, your pelvic nerve can grow, can evolve, can improve to the point that not only will you reach orgasms very easily, but you'll be orgasmic. It was hard for me since there isn't really anybody out there who could have taught me how to do it. But don't worry, you won't have to go through all that. I spent weeks polishing up and organizing everything I've learned and discovered into a valuable program called the Collins Method, Reaching That Moment. I've broken down everything you need to do into bite-sized action steps that you can take to improve your pelvic nerve, to have super G-spot and explosive orgasms. This step-by-step proven solution has helped ever since thousands of women just like you. Just take a look at some of the emails I've received from people who are not my friends and not paid in any way for this. Lisa emailed me, "My boyfriend gave me your book 2 weeks ago as an anniversary present. I don't know if everyone who follows the program experiences this, but I'm climaxing 3 times in a row." I can't believe it. You are a piece of work. Diana shares, "Ashley, I'm speechless. Your book is amazing. Yesterday I reached my first orgasm. I still can't believe it. My husband is even happier than I am. Thanks." Here's what Cindy has to say. "Nice piece of work and great writing, Ashley. I had trouble reaching orgasm with my boyfriend, but I always thought it was all about the mood. Anyway, it turned out I'm more orgasmic than I thought I would be. Thanks." And the list goes on. I receive almost 1 email like this per day. But even though I've tried to make this method as complete as possible, I know that there will always be more questions. That's why with the book, you'll also get unlimited email access, where you can just ask me everything related to the Collins Method, as many questions as you want. Here's what you'll learn from this course. First, I will guide you how to identify the pelvic nerve and the right muscles without even touching yourself whatsoever. This will only take a few minutes of reading. You'll learn 12 simple techniques and how to do them correctly that will boost your G-spot sensitivity and that will strengthen your pelvic floor muscles. Then you'll find all these techniques packed up in the 3-week program that will increase your results to even higher levels. All of this with only 3 techniques per day. 3 minutes each, including one which can be totally performed at work, at school, while driving, or whenever you like. That's only 9 minutes per day. Because I didn't want to overload the book with unnecessary information, I tried to keep it as short as possible. The guide only has 65 pages, so you'll get to read it head to toe in a day or 2. But the information is thus structured so that you can start the program in a couple of minutes after downloading the book. And there's more. If you give a chance to the Collins Method today, You'll also get a few exclusive bonuses that will later be off the table. First, you'll get a special guide, Best Sexual Positions for Having an Orgasm. Sex is an art, and just like art, it can be done in many ways. This book will show you the best sexual position for reaching faster orgasms. Not only can you surprise your lover in bed, but I'm sure you'll enjoy reading it since it's also a pleasant book. Second, you will also get the book 31 Foods That Increase Your Libido. Get a bite out of love with the help from these wonderful foods. These natural aphrodisiacs can really get you and your lover in the mood. Not only can you spice up your relationship, but you can reach orgasms even faster. It's my privilege to offer these bonuses to you at no cost if you grab the Collins method now. More so, I included a chapter especially for your lover. For us, it takes an average 15 minutes to climax, so your boyfriend has to last at least that. And we know sometimes boys get a little ahead of us. My husband and I had this issue a few times. Well, I got it all covered for you because in this chapter, your partner will find all the exercises he needs to do to last as much as he wants, or better said, as much as you want. And I promise that if you're willing to make simple changes for less than 3 weeks, you'll have mind-blowing orgasms. And on top of that, you'll juice up your sex life. Just try to imagine how good it would feel to have multiple orgasms in a row, to feel the sensation in your whole body. And for some of you who had never had one, do you want to go through this life without knowing how great it feels to reach that final relief that gives meaning to you as a woman and as a human being? By taking matters into your own hands and following this course, you may take advantage of the only one solution out there that can truly help you. Of course, you may also try to find a solution on your own, but I must warn you that it took me more than 15 years to find a method, and I was lucky. I've tried lots of things, and I've invested exactly $12,540 into trips to conferences, books, medical appointments, and other things. Instead, you can take advantage of the time and money I've already invested to get this 100% proven solution for just $27. This price will simply cover my administrative, website maintenance, and soon will cover my investment. Today, you can try it risk-free and pay for it only if it works. That's how confident I am on how powerful this method actually is. I want you to try out the Collins method for 60 days. That's 8 weeks, and it's actually triple the amount of time you need to follow the course and see the results you've heard about here today. If at any time during those 8 weeks you don't feel 100% shocked, amazed, and totally satisfied, I want you to return the course and I'll fully refund your investment. But you won't need that much. I'm sure you'll experience the results in your first 3 days. Let me say that in another way. If you don't reach your first orgasm easily, or if you don't reach any orgasm every time you make love, I need you to ask for a refund. I know this program works, and I only want it in the hands of women who are ready and willing to try it. If it's not the right time for you, I insist you ask for a refund. And as a thank you for believing in yourself and giving it a try, I'll also let you keep all the bonuses at no cost. I didn't create this system to get rich. I developed it so people like you and I could find a new way to discover the one thing that nobody tells us about. So when you order this right now, you'll get the Collins method plus the bonuses for one-time investment of only $27. Plus, you're fully protected by my 60 days guarantee, so you actually have nothing to lose. $27 is a tiny price when you're thinking about investing in a life-changing solution. I invite you to click on that big button below and start the course. In a lifetime, a woman has an average of 7,680 orgasms. This is what you are actually buying today. 7,680 moments of intense feelings with you and your lover. On top of that, You will never feel weird or even frustrated from not reaching that final moment. But my guess is that after following the program, you will be way above the average and climax maybe 3 to 4 times in a row, so you can triple that number. More so, the statistics also show us that orgasmic women have far less trouble keeping their boyfriends or husbands devoted. Take advantage of this opportunity and click the Add to Cart button below. When you click on that button, you're telling yourself and the world you're ready to commit to success and feel like the woman that you deserve to be. As soon as you hit the button, you'll be taken to a secure checkout page. Then you can download all the books and start the program in just 3 minutes. The permanent solution for you is just seconds away. And I'm not even asking you to say yes. All I ask of you is to say maybe. Try the course and return it back within 2 months if you don't feel absolutely amazed by it.